Hi, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, hi. If you're not, welcome back. This video is gonna be how much I make on Etsy. A lot of people on my TikTok were asking me how much I make on Etsy, what's like my best selling. Basically, I have a bunch of questions, but I'm gonna answer them here in this video. The reason I'm making this video is because I haven't found a lot of YouTubers who sell on Etsy that are very transparent with how much they're making, especially when it comes to crochet artists. I think there's a lot of like secrecy on how much people make on Etsy, and I think as someone who a year or two ago started Etsy and really just wanted to know more about how much people were making and if this was like a worth investment in my time, I wish someone was making a video breaking down all their stats with their best-selling stuff, what sells, what doesn't when it comes to crochet. And that is why I'm making this video. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So right off the bat, I have been doing Etsy for a while. Okay, I started in 2020 with my Etsy. I have always been a very crafty person, but when the pandemic hit, I had some more time to really focus on making my hobbies into income. So for 2020, for the first year, honestly, I didn't make that much, to be honest, but there's a reason for this and I will get to that in the end. But for 2022, I made a whopping $7,081, okay? And I'm gonna put my stats right here for the year of 2022. So as you can kind of see, I had a pretty steady, very low amount of visitors to my page. But then if you see this really big peak happen in October, that is actually when that $7,081 started happening. So for the beginning of the year, I really got like little to no, I mean, $5 here, $10 here, little to no orders, if I'm being completely honest. My orders didn't start coming in consistently until October, and this is because of TikTok, okay? If people keep telling you, you have to make TikToks, they're right, okay? For the entire year of 2020, I was like, I don't need to make, or sorry, 2021, whatever, before 2022. I was like, I don't need to make TikToks, whatever. I don't need to make TikToks. I don't need to make TikToks, okay? I was lying to myself. That is how I got my $7,000 in, well, let's see, October, November, December, what, 3 months? Yeah, so I got, that $7,000 is not a year's worth of income. It's only 3 months worth of income, and it was the last 3 months of last year because that is when my TikTok, one of my TikToks blew up and all of my sales started flooding in. And once Etsy sees a lot of sales, they start pushing your other stuff because they're like, oh, people like what this girl is making, let's push more out. So I highly suggest making a TikTok, posting TikToks, following trends, all of that. Although even if you hate it, do it. Even if you think your videos are kind of getting redundant, do it. That's the only way. So for 3 months, I made $7,000. Going into this year, it is currently February 10th when I'm filming this, and my stats are $1,108 for basically a month and 10 days. So I've kind of had that consistency from October of last year. It has still followed, and the only reason I think this is happening is because I continue to post on TikTok every single freaking day. Even when I don't feel like it, even when I think my stuff's boring and no one's gonna watch it, I still post. And I mean, come on. I'm making about, let's see, 100 of this, 1,100. 100 of this is from February. 1,000 of it is from January. So I'm consistently doing, so far right now, 1,000 a month this year. Last year, 7,000 for 3 months. You do the math. But it's pretty good money, okay? Especially for people who are just crocheting, okay? A question I get a lot for kind of like what sells and what doesn't. I thoroughly suggest finding a niche. Okay, actually, back it up. I disagree with the whole niche idea, okay? This niche theory. I think you should find something that no one's making. I guess that's considered a niche. Make whatever you think is cute. But where I found the most success is in my anime themed hats. So my highest top selling listing on my shop, you can go look now, but for my stats is the Nanami cat hood from Kami-sama Kiss. That is the most of my TikToks that blow up are this freaking hat. I've made, so out of the $8,759 that I've made accumulatively since October of 2022 to now, $4,055 of that has just been this Nanami cat hood, okay? Next second highest listing is my Tomo hat, the dark Tomo hat, $1,000, okay? And I sell these hats for $40, $30, depending on which one. My third biggest selling item is my Kiyosoma hats. These are, I've made about almost $817 from these. And my fourth highest selling is these light colored Tomo hats, and I've made about $400 from these hats consistently since October of last year. So that's not bad. I mean, for about 4 or 5 months of consistently doing Etsy, that's not bad. Now, when it comes to patterns, I do sell patterns on my site, and there is one pattern that has exceeded all expectations. I did not think my patterns were going to do good, if I'm being honest. I really thought all my money was going to be in my hats, but recently I've had a lot of success with this long sleeve mesh crochet pattern, and it's been about $400 of my income that I showed you. And that's crazy because that's just digital downloads. So once someone orders it, they send an email link to them, and I don't have to lift a finger. So there's no crocheting involved, there's no packing orders involved. So I think that's really crazy, just $400 of just someone clicking a digital download. That's insane. So anyways, those are my top listings that I'm gonna kind of highlight for you guys, so you can kind of take away what works and what doesn't. I am not, I know that plushies do really good on Etsy. I don't make plushies personally. I despise plushies. Okay, I think they're really cute. Personally, I cannot make them consistently or I will go insane. I can't handle the different pieces. I can't handle having to sew heads and body parts onto an animal. I can't do it. I like consistent one-piece objects. I don't like things that have a million pieces that I have to put together. It just throws me crazy. So now kind of getting into like a little bit of the questions at the end of the video here. We're kind of getting into the Q&A portion. Okay, now that I've gone over all the money I make, people, I've gotten some questions on TikTok about about pricing. Okay, pricing my hats, trial and error. I started pricing them, I think it was $25, and then my dad was like, you're underselling yourself. Okay, I spent about 2 hours per hat, per hats that don't have the ear flaps. So like my orange, my gray hats, those are about 2 hours. Okay, hour and a half. Actually no, hour to an hour and a half for those, 2 to 2.5 hours for the purple ones. So I sell them, I sell these hats right here for $30 and this one for $40, and that is basically giving myself a little above minimum wage. And with that, anything $40 or above on my site is free shipping. So that comes right out of how much you're paying for the hat. So if a hat's $40, it's free shipping. So the shipping price, which I still have to pay for, if it's free for you, I still have to pay for that. I just pull it from the $40 that you paid for the hat. So I don't even get the full $40. And Etsy also takes a deduction. I hate you, Etsy, for that, but it's fine. I'm too lazy to make my own website, so I'll let you take all my fees from me. Anyways, I definitely suggest how many hours it takes you to make times minimum wage. Whatever you think is worth your item, it's really up to you. You price however you want. And trial and error. You can price something like I did, realize, oh my god, I need to be upping this price because a bunch of people are ordering it and I can't keep up with orders because there's so many. I upped my price and that slowed my orders, but they were more expensive, so it didn't really matter. But anyways, that's what I suggest. Trial and error, trying new things, whatever. I do suggest doing patterns because those are just digital downloads. And you'd be surprised which ones make a lot of money, honestly. I think I pretty much answered everything that I had on my list. If there's anything else that you want to know when it comes to being successful on Etsy when it comes to crocheting specifically, because that's kind of like my forte, if it doesn't have anything to do with crocheting, I probably can't help you. But when it comes to Etsy success and crocheting, I kind of learned all the tips and tricks for it. So if there's anything I'm missing in this video that you really want to know, comment down below and I can make a separate video for it. So I can make a separate video answering the questions. So anyways, thank you for watching. I hope that the transparency of how much I'm making on Etsy was helpful to you. If you're thinking of starting your own Etsy account and you think that it's oversaturated, don't listen to people, okay? It was oversaturated when I joined and I'm making money. So go get your bag, go make your money, make an Etsy account. Don't listen to anybody saying that it's not gonna work, because it will, okay? I believe in you. Link your, actually, you know what? Let's support each other. Link your Etsy down below. If you are starting it or you just started it and that's why you're kind of watching this video, link it down below. I want to see it. I love you all. Bye. Mwah.
I'm learning a lot about the subconscious mind. It's really running.